Hey everyone, it's Emily Waldo with Wreaths by Waldo, and we are resuming our show and tell from yesterday. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Yesterday, my baby got his first round of immunizations, and he wasn't by the time the live rolled around, he kind of wasn't feeling well. He had a really good beginning of the day, but we just contact napped the whole night, and now he's feeling better, and now he's with grandma, so all is better in the world. Hey Blanche, hey Nikki and Cindy, how are you guys doing? He's doing way better today, yes. And I did give him a little bit of baby Tylenol too, so that also I think helped because I could just tell he wasn't feeling the best. And he had a blowout, so you know that always makes him feel better too, right? So now we get to go on and do the show and tell, which I'll make quick because a lot of it is kind of fall and Halloween, but I feel like we have two different types of people in the audience here. We've either got people that are still decorating for their own homes because it's May, so pink lemonade kind of works for May, June, July, even August. And then we have people that like to decorate for a living or like just be ahead of season. So I do have some fall and Halloween to show you. Yes, hey Lashana, hey Jackie. So how tonight's live is going to work is if you like anything that I'm showing you, for example, this trick or treat sign, all you have to do is comment what you see above my head. So for example, this candy trick or treat candy corn sign is sold 101. I got this from Yvette, right? And she also painted a couple really cute candy corn faces I'm about to show you. But if you'd like one of these signs, you'll comment sold 101. If you would like multiple signs, you'll comment sold 101, sold 101, sold 101. And you can comment from Facebook, Instagram, wreathsbywaldo.com, or our app, which is Wreaths by Waldo in the App Store. Now, with that being said, we do free shipping on orders above $125. That's after discount and before taxes. So everyone can use code LEMON15 this entire week for Pink Lemonade Week for 15% off the entire shop. The order must still be above $125 after the discount in order to get the free shipping. And you'll know because it'll automatically waive. So that's how it works on our website and on the app. We are not getting any more pink cherry blossom. We're probably not getting any more Raz items for spring, guys, because they are closing up their warehouse like this week. And with that being said, I did restock a bunch of these like a bunch of times, and I feel like we did just the right amount, to be honest with you, because like we barely sold out of the purses, which is good. That means that most people that wanted one did get one, but probably not restocking any of those branches. But I will let you know if I can find alternates, and we do have quite a few pink hydrangeas, which could be a good alternate. We'll get into it as we do more of our Pink Lemonade Week. So we got this sign right here. I also think you guys are gonna be I think you're gonna love this one. I checked one of these out for me. This is gonna be a set of two. So you get, this one's like a 12-inch and this one's like an 11-inch. It's a little retro candy corn set. So you're gonna get both of these signs. And I am gonna be pairing it with a ribbon from Burlap and Bling Decor. I think it gets here on Friday, but they have like a vintage stripe Halloween ribbon, and I'm gonna pair it with these two right here. So I know Halloween is like super far away, but I do know that there's some people that say Halloween is like a way of life. So this is gonna kind of cater to those people. Hey Mountain Mama's Wreath, how you doing? How you doing? Thanks, Kristen. I know, I do love these. They're super cute. And I am gonna show the ribbons again from yesterday, just really briefly, because now I have photos. So a couple of these did sell yesterday, just from the 3-minute live that we did. And again, we have this crazy curl. This one here is sold 103. It's a 10-yard spool, and you can see how that pairs very beautifully with sold 101. Now the candy corns, they're more of a burnt orange. So it kind of matches with the orange down here, but I'm looking for a bit of like a more burnt orange for these two. Whereas these, very good match. And then of course, my favorite, which I'm gonna show again because it does match everything and the price point is crazy. Sold 104. Yes, that is the correct price point right there. I think it would pair nicely on the bottom because the bottom, I guess it's more of an orange than a yellow. And then black and white will just match anything. And if you wanted to, guys, you could even incorporate this in this week's decorations. I don't think that this is necessarily too spooky looking, but anything black and white will pair. So, hey Sherry. Lorraine said, I'm thinking about making a black raven wreath. Oh, that's a cool ribbon. From Burlap and Bling. Yes, they used to, I don't know if they still have it. They had a black raven like print. I think it's a D. Stevens. It was a really cool ribbon, but that was what they had in the shop, I think last year. Okay, so those are two Halloween ribbons. I'm gonna show you my personal favorite item out of this whole haul. So let me go find it. It's this guy. and I did save it for myself, and I was just glad to have a big pumpkin. So this one here, it is a copper pumpkin. I would have to check quantities on these. I don't think I bought all of them because I had 24, which leads me to believe, because that's kind of like a case size, so I'm like, okay, that leads me to believe maybe that there might be more opportunities to get these. And let me know if you like them. These are giant Regency pumpkins. They are foam. So I personally would not turn this into a fabric pumpkin. I've got a pumpkin that I recommend turning into a fabric pumpkin. I would use this with the Reliant copper ribbon that we have in the shop. It's a plaid 7/8 inch. Yes, Sherry, we are making a wreath tonight. We're making our pink lemonade wreath right after this show and tell. But this one right here is 12 inches across and then flat back, so easy glowing, but I like it. It's pretty cool. Now the one I recommend using for a fabric pumpkin is this one. This is sold 111 and this is 8 inches. So it's 8 inches and they call it like a lavender gray. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of got more greens and like you can call it a purple, like a gray purple maybe. It's a spooky pumpkin is how I'm gonna describe it. This is a spooky pumpkin. And these, it's foam, have the ridges that you can score and you can put fabric in there. So this is just one example of the fabric pumpkins or the foam pumpkins that I said I was gonna get in stock this year because I wanna make sure we have plenty of pumpkins to work with. But I think this would pair really beautifully with a spooky skull. And even those, I don't have them with me, but those gray sparkly magnolias and then like this, maybe like on top of a skull, like a 12-inch skull, I think could be really cool. So I'm gonna hang on to that thought because I kind of like that idea. Kind of like a spooky Halloween. Hey Annette, how are you doing tonight? And that one, it does have some flocking on there. This spray, I notice you guys are, I'm gonna show you kind of like the hot ones right now. So this is what I would consider one of the hot sprays. For this, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different picks. So quite a big, large autumn berry spray for $5.50. I love that. So this one is sold 110, 21 inches tall. And you guys know me, I kind of like to split. I would split this part off so you have one big tall piece and then I would split these into tiny pieces. I would use like 3 for a wreath, to be honest with you. This one's pretty dense. I love that one. And we have more fall down here. Oh, these are cool. These come in 2 different colors. Oh my gosh. One of them is stuck. Here we go. I want to make sure I didn't miss any comments here. Oh, Kristen's loving it. Hey, Terry, how are you doing tonight? Rachel, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah, yesterday we did not have such a fun day yesterday, but he's feeling much better. Okay, this is an autumn ball spray. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a spiky spray. Spiky. $5.50. Sold 107 for the brown, okay? But we also have it and sold 106. And they call this color sienna. It is like a burnt orange to me with a little bit of like a brown undertone to it. So personally, I think these two pair pretty nicely. You could pair the brown, sold 107, with the copper. I think that would be really pretty. I did save one of these pumpkins for myself, and if there happens to be enough left over, I might even do like a little mantle with it. But yeah, sold 106 for this guy. And again, you get a pretty good length out of it too, just in case you want a centerpiece, and then 107 right there. Okay, I'm going to try to not get things too mixed up here. What else was hot yesterday? Oh, this allium spray. Where'd it go? Here we go. Nope, not that one. This one. Let me find it. Hey, Leva. So what are you guys up to today? What is going on in your guys' lives? Here, I'm hanging out with my mom this week, and I took this spray. I checked out 3 for myself personally. This is sold 112. This one was probably the one that was going the quickest last night. So that does tell me that a lot of you guys are still working on summertime. And it's a cute little blue allium spray. I don't really know what else to say about it. I pulled this, and then I also pulled some red geraniums. This is sold 119. And I want to do this vibe with my pagoda. So the pagoda is currently in someone's cart. We do have one left. And I think the pagoda's it might be a Christmas item, so I might be able to still restock that after this week. It's a little interesting with Raz because I think they physically switch warehouses. So that's why some people were asking like about the black purses. And I was like, that'll only be whenever Christmas arrives. But we do have the geraniums, sold $119 with the alliums $112. And I'm also planning on pairing it maybe with one of these. I am glad we have a little bit of something patriotic. Boom. Just a little wooden star spray. And these are, like I said, MDF, sold $118, $3.95, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different stars out of it. They are all on one single stem. So if you want, you can trim them, but you're gonna trim them along the same part of the spine. I would probably just split them into 2 pieces, to be totally honest with you. But that was kind of the vibe. I think we're gonna use these on the pagoda. We might just keep it all florals. And if we do keep it all florals, I'm still gonna be using this in other patriotic designs. So, Lori said, right now I'm making an ice cream wreath for 4th of July. Oh, that's fun. I love it, like Sweet Land of Liberty, right? Okay, this is gonna be a random spray. This one's gonna be random. I don't know what to pair this with yet, and it's kind of a spring spray. Oh no, I see there's prayers. I see Lisa. Lisa said, do you still have your group? I don't have my group anymore, not my private group. I am thinking about reopening it in a different way once the baby's a little bit older, and once we have more of a schedule. So we could talk about that in a little bit, but I wanna make sure I didn't miss, I feel like I missed a comment on here. I am very sorry, Lisa. Lisa said her 93-year-old mother-in-law passed this morning. I'm sorry, Lisa. Well, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your family. 93 years, I know it still hurts, but that is an amazing feat. That is a very amazing feat, but I'm so sorry for your loss. Sylvia's got the pagoda. Oh yes, I can show you the brown ball spray. Where'd it go? Oh, over here. I'm so sorry I missed that comment. It got stuck. It got stuck really low. Okay, so this is the ball spray. This was what, sold 107, I think. Yes, 107 for the brown. You're welcome, Lisa. We're in our new warehouse, Sherry. Yes, so that has allowed us to really expand. So that's why I'm kind of excited to do these themed weeks with you guys, because I'm like thinking about our next one already. Let's see, next month is June. I would like to do something maybe fall. I know it's early, but maybe fall for June, or if I can get a hold of like new patriotic, that'd be kind of cool. But at this point, it might be a little hard. I'm so sorry. I've got this spray. This sold $116. We might just have to come back to this because I know this is a spring spray. But isn't it cute? And it's $4.50, and you get 1,000,001 different springy little daisies here. I'm gonna put that to the side. Well, Cindy, I am designing with the blue pagoda. I can't decide if I'm gonna do it as a Substack tutorial or a YouTube tutorial. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Oh, speaking of patriotic, sold 102. I was able to get these big spindles. I'm trying to decide what to put on this. So if I don't use this for patriotic season, I'm gonna be using this for Christmas, and I'm gonna put a big old Christmas present up there, and we're gonna make a big candlestick centerpiece. But I thought this was a great price point just for a red giant candlestick. And this is also what I take my ribbon photos on, not on one this big, but I just wanted to have just a restock of these because our only candlesticks we have, they're kind of like an antique wash, which is really pretty. But I like whenever we already have something ready to go for a different season. But yeah, speaking of the private group, I used to have a private group, and then I was getting really close to giving birth, and it was getting to be a lot, obviously, just because, it was a great time, and I definitely enjoyed doing it, but I felt like, at least with the lives, like yesterday, if I have to leave, I'm able to leave very easily. So I'm trying to decide how to bring it back. I don't think I'm gonna bring it back on Facebook, but it is something I'm looking into, and I don't know when this year it would be if we can. I've got this big fall ivy spray. This one here is sold $105. And how I plan on using this is just adding this to the bottom of a grapevine, like a single stem, bottom of the grapevine, have it be super, super long and beautiful. And then of course, if you want to pair this off your mantle for a giant dramatic effect. And you can also split it into 3 separate sections and cover up your whole wreath. Honestly, you probably only need like 2 to get that done. Okay, I think we are almost done. I've got another summer spray. This one's also going in the pagoda. This one sold $115. It's a mini blue berry branch. And just like the cherry blossom spray that we're gonna be using later today, Each one of these is individually wired. So I think that's super pretty. And again, if you want to pair lemons with blue, do I even have it here? I've got a blue gingham ribbon with lemons on it. This would be one of those sprays that I add with all the different lemons. So blueberries and lemons here. Kristen, there you go. Kristen's like, I'm doing a lemon design. I feel like we are on the same wavelength a lot of the time, Kristen. Let's see, I showed the geraniums. I've got 2 butterflies. And these butterflies to me can work for fall or summer. And I picked up both. So we have a yellow. This one here is sold $113, and it's a grand butterfly spray. I like that you get 1 long stem. So what I like about this spray, it's versatile for a centerpiece because look, that stem is super long. So you can decide, I want to have a super high pick, or you can trim it and glue it onto something if you want. But you get 3 very large fabric butterflies. This one's the yellow, sold $113 for the yellow, then sold $114, kind of for more of that true monarch. So I love both together personally because it kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic. But, you know, honestly, you can never go wrong with a beautiful fabric monarch butterfly spray. So sold $113, sold $114. And we did have this spray, but this one's sold out. And I think it's sold out. Some bumblebees. That one is sold too, so I'm gonna make sure that one gets to the girls tomorrow. And last but not least, I do have one more pumpkin. I love it, Jackie. Jackie has the lemonade sign and slices. And you know what? It's so easy to do like a pink lemonade design because you just add a little pop of pink, right? Because I don't actually have anything that says lemonade here. But the inspo for this week, it did come from Raz's, honestly, I think this vase. Because I was looking at their website and I was like, okay, we can do something with the fruits because we were asking for restocks on the fruit. And I was like, we could do like a themed week. So that's what we're doing today. And then last but not least, I've got these bejeweled 8-inch black and orange velvet pumpkins. These are a little bit heavier, not foam. I don't know what that is, but they do have little jewels down the center. Personally, I might use 2 in a design, or you can add one again like on top of a skull. And I think it'd be a little bit glamorous and you could pair it with a bunch of other jewels. So, Lori, I don't think so because I think even the bee pick that did sell out down there, I don't think they had that many, unfortunately. So probably not restocking that one. But I'll have to take a look because I enjoyed our whole Regency order. Like, this is really beautiful stuff. So I'm excited. And you guys are gonna love their Christmas. They had the craziest Christmas display in a good way. Super gorgeous. Pumpkins. We had some of the ribbons, some signs. Okay, guys, we're gonna get on to designing. Are we drinking pink lemonade? I'm being good and I'm drinking some water. And also, I don't know if I even have any, I don't even know if I have any Dr. Pepper in the house. True. Oh, if you have pink strawberries from a long time ago, that also would have worked very nicely. I've got some exciting news. Okay, so I have them on here. I have wreaths, okay? Hear me out. I'm using a 24-inch one, and it's the one that kind of bugs me, right? It's the one that's like really oversized. The reason why I'm using it today is because the lemons we're using are massive, but I have other wreaths available, and I'm gonna show you. So this is sold $135, okay? So this is the 24-inch diameter burlap wreath. I've also restocked mesh in all colors, but I have 2 colors here that we're using tonight. Sold $133 and sold $134. But let me show you. I've got 2 other wreath bases now for you that are 20 inches. And this is what I'm gonna want to be using for most of our designs here. Oh my gosh, Jen, I know, I'm gonna wanna call later about our call earlier because I'm so excited. This one's a 20-inch diameter. This is more of the perfect size because then you can add your mesh and then 1 focal point and then call it a day, and for it not to be like so obnoxiously massive, and you can see you're still gonna get a really decent sized product. Now with that being said, we're going with massive lemons today, so I'm gonna go ahead with the massive wreath, but sold $137 for the 20-inch red and sold $136 for the white. I'm so sorry I couldn't get any other colors because they were sold out at the moment. So, Lori, I prefer to be using from this manufacturer in particular, a 20-inch. But if it's Hobby Lobby, I still go with the 24-inch. Because honestly, the Hobby Lobby 24-inch one really is the perfect size. Okay, so those are wreath bases. Thank you, Julie, the chinoiserie ribbon behind me. You're right, that is the last thing I have to show. And I did show it yesterday, but I didn't show it to its full glory because my hands were a little tied. So this one here is a 5-yard toile ribbon. It has the most amazing and thick embroidered trim, and the wire on it is beautiful. You can see that pinch. But the toile itself, I'm just letting you know, it is truly like a canvas. Like that is the backside. So in my opinion, I think it's gonna drape beautifully. I wouldn't put it as a back bow necessarily, as like something to hold together a giant bow, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. And to be honest with you, I think the pattern, it's one of my more favorite patterns. Because I think I have a couple toile ribbons, but they're kind of like a sea foam, and this one's a true like dark blue on an ivory canvas. So really pretty. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side. And again, that might go with the pagoda because it kind of matches with the allium. Okay, let me go back to my wreath base. Oops, messed that up on accident. Okay, sold 135 for the wreath base, and then I'm going in with 133 and 134. So while I do that, let me make room. And now, that's it for show and tell. So I did want to bring that up. That's it for show and tell. Everything else I'm showing you tonight is products that I showed from Lemonade show and tell Friday, Thursday or Friday. And honestly, guys, this is just, it's a fabulous fall wreath. So they didn't have green. They didn't have green, so you work with what you got. I'm not too worried about it being brown because we're having a bunch of green in this design. You are not late, Kelly. You are actually right on time because we are just about to start designing. You know what I watched yesterday after we hopped off the live? Just because he wasn't feeling well, so we literally just contact napped on the couch, and then he was fine for the rest of the night. Celebrity Jeopardy. Okay, you guys, if you go to Hulu and watch Celebrity Jeopardy, those Jeopardy questions are normal people friendly. So I was having a really good time with those questions because I got like half of them, and I was like, this is kind of fun. I thought it was kind of fun. Now, if you go to the website and type in mesh, and I think on the app we have a mesh tab, a lot of colors got restocked. We have navy blue, royal blue. I don't have all of them with me right now because I'm gonna do probably another show and tell. I think I have it scheduled for Thursday. But you can go ahead if you're looking for certain colors. We're carrying most of the basic colors again. Carol's been watching it too. It's on now. It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu. So just type in celebrity and it'll be a picture of Ken Jennings, Celebrity Jeopardy. And they have, I don't know how to say his name. Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone kid. They have the Home Alone kid, and he did really well, actually. Hey, Rayanne. Baby J's good. Doing much better than yesterday. Yesterday, not such a good day. I always mess this up. You know, I'm gonna do a little trash pile. And I want to focus more on the tan. I take it back because we have quite a bit of pink that we're incorporating with some greenery. So what the girls did find for me, and this is kind of crazy, I have a pink rag bow from Dana, from Dream Creation by Dana, and I didn't even know I had it. So it must have been somewhere in the depths of like my personal stash. So I'm gonna have to go check it out, but I was thinking about using it today. But if we don't go with it, I might go in with just the 4-inch Vickerman Bubblegum Pink Velvet. I am at home. I watched the beginning of the Madison and I never finished it. But the reason why I never finished it is because when it comes to dramas, I don't watch drama by myself. So like Luke has to be on board because otherwise I love brain rot TV. So I like Real Housewives. I like things that are mindless. I like Farmer Wants a Wife. The SNL Celebrity Jeopardy is so funny. I have the black scissors here, Chantal. Yeah, I just reached for these today. I'm telling you, I'm really not picky about them. Now, when it comes to the ribbon, I probably won't use this. I'll probably go back to the black scissors just because they're a bit newer. Now, that's a show I haven't watched in a long time, Saturday Night Live. I'll normally just catch like the highlights from, you know, TikTok or YouTube. Oh, thank you guys so much for reporting that one channel. I know it had been up a while, but I think at some point they started to monetize from it, so it ended up getting taken down, which is good. I only have one YouTube channel, and it's just called Wreaths by Waldo, and there's not much on it. There's like 5 videos, so if you want to catch any of the replays, we always have the replays on the app and on the website, but the sad thing is that they only last 90 days, so I have considered maybe like finding a way to download them and put them somewhere, but right now it's only for 90 days. Jen's like, we didn't finish the Madison either. Yvette watches Chinese dramas. Oh, that's fun. True. That's a good question. I think Jen did watch a little bit of Bridgerton. I think she told me that. She watched a little bit of Bridgerton. How funny. Yeah, because she did like a whole Bridgerton themed archway. Okay, so when it comes to the mesh, you don't need anything more than 2 rolls, in my opinion. And I'm starting on the outer ring because the inner ring, you're gonna see, it's gonna be taken up by a massive lemon. Really, really massive lemon. That's okay, Lisa. She said, that's how I found you. I mean, the videos were out there. I just, I had to report it because like at some point they were like monetizing, and I was like, okay, I don't want people thinking it's me. Because I got a couple DMs saying, oh, I thought this was you, and I wanted to, subscribe to like the paid tier, and I was like, no, that's not me, so I just made it easier. I only have one YouTube channel, but again, I am, because my mom is here, so I have time to film this week, so I've got one tutorial going up on my Substack. Haven't decided yet which one the pagoda is going on. And then I might do like an in-depth bow tutorial for YouTube. We'll see. Jen said she tried with Bridgerton. Lori said she was going to try the Madison. Well, it depends. If you're outdoorsy, I think you'll like the Madison. Because it's like a take on, they're in Montana, right? But they have like, it's a take between like Madison Avenue in New York City and the Madison River, I think it is, right? Out in Montana. I don't know if that's accurate, but basically it's finding like 2 different lifestyles between like the city life and outdoors. Jackie, that was kind of the weird part, right? I was like, when I started seeing Jen's face on there too, I was like, okay, this is getting a little weird. So I mean, I'm sure it was just meant to be like a way to keep all the videos recorded and saved for later, and that's fine. I just didn't want people putting money towards it thinking that it was me. Season 3 Enola Holmes, isn't that 11? I think it's 11. See, Ellie, I was thinking that too. Okay, I am not outdoorsy. Like, I don't enjoy it. So I was telling Luke after we watched the Madison, I was like, oh my gosh, we should totally be like everyone else who's just watching this for the first time and go visit. Because I'm sure that's probably what happened between Yellowstone and all these other different shows that show the beautiful outdoors. Like, people flock towards that stuff. But it is going to be a little bit of a plane to 3-hour drive. So I was like, maybe we'll wait till the baby's older. Oh, yeah, Kristen, someone was just, they had a YouTube channel with our, like, basically screen recordings of our videos, which, again, I wasn't that upset about, but I think at some point they were monetizing off it, so I just didn't want people to think that that was me or Burlap and Bling. But we do have the replays available at wreathsbywaldo.com. Just scroll to the very bottom of the homepage. I know it can be a little hard to find because I did put it at the very bottom. Chantal, I love Emily in Paris. And you know what's so funny is Luke cannot stand it. He cannot stand it. But I was saying this with the last, and I feel okay saying it now because it's been a solid 3 months, I feel like, since the last season came out. I'm just going to say it. I hope she ends up with the French guy. What's his name? The chef. Gabrielle. I hope she ends up with Gabrielle. And I love her outfits. I don't care if her outfits are, like, unattainable. I know that they've spent, like, I don't know, $100,000 per season on her wardrobe. Kelly, you know what? You're right. And I should go to Yosemite because I live right there. And it would be... I've been to the Sequoias because we live very close to 2 very renowned national parks, like the Sequoia National Forest, right? And then Yosemite. Now we were gonna go to Yosemite last summer, but then I was pregnant. And then I just wasn't feeling so good. So I was like, no, I don't want to go hiking. So we ended up canceling that. But this year we have no excuse. The funny part is Madison Avenue keeps navigating it. I discovered it because people were sending it to me. Yeah, they kept sending it to me saying someone's impersonating you. And eventually they started posting Burlap and Bling's videos. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll just put it for impersonation. So no biggie. I've told you guys before, I found myself on Pinterest holding this dragon wreath on Amazon. I've never made a dragon wreath. It's pretty cool though. Tom loves Emily. It's fun. It's a fun show. And you know what? I feel like it's the perfect amount of drama. And it's the same drama every time, which is what I like. It's the same drama every time. There's always some sort of love triangle. Lisa says, I love Call the Midwife. And everyone you know tells me it's dumb. No. Ooh, Sonia said, okay, Sonia, what was it? She said, Sex and the City meets The Devil Wears Prada. And Ellie said, I told my husband I want to visit the 50 states. I have 20. Well, you guys are Coast Guard, right? So that'll get you a pretty good amount of the way, I'm sure. Especially because they have Coast Guard bases, like, in a lot of different, actually, do I want to say, like, obviously along every single part of the coast and maybe just anywhere with a body of water, because I'm thinking of search and rescue in general. Oh, how funny. Kristen said the butterfly wreath I made is available on Amazon and on Walmart, apparently. Britt, I've thought about that. So I also have an uncle who lives in Fresno, and they also have a baby. He's 1, but yes, they also have one of those backpacks. So I was thinking, I was like, that could be a fun trip for us to do. Certainly before we move, go visit Yosemite, put them up on the backpack, do basic hiking, right? I'm not that adventurous with it anymore. I will take the common trails of whatever everyone else likes to visit, and that'll be it pretty much. Blanche is making a big patriotic bow. She says, wish her luck. She never made one before. That's okay. That is okay. I'm sure it'll turn out beautiful. Now, what kind of patriotic? Are you doing navy blue, royal blue? I'm interested. Oh, Emily in Paris. It is. It is, because the outfits are so fabulous. And I feel like the drama, it's like such shallow drama, right? Like Mindy being with Alfie. Like, that was so, for what? And she had an opportunity to tell Emily and she didn't. Why? Just for fun. Navy blue. That'll be pretty. That'll be pretty. Lorraine used to go walking on the trail at Mount Rushmore. That's really cool. That's really cool. I've never seen Mount Rushmore, but that is on my bucket list. That is my bucket list, because I've been into quite a few other, like, national money. Okay, so again, this is the big wreath, okay? You don't have to use the big wreath by any means. Let's talk the focal point. Which lemon are we gonna use? Are we gonna use crazy big one, 14.5 inch, or are we gonna use 10 inch with ragdoll? And I'm so sorry, I put it at the bottom of his stroller. He was not having it yesterday. I was trying to rock him in the stroller. He just wanted to be held, so it's okay. I was happy to do that. Okay, this is the massive one. You don't need this one. You could do a 20 inch base and do the 10 inch. The 10 inch is sold $124, okay? So $124 for the small, $125 for the, and this isn't even small. This is 10 inches, my gosh. Now, we could potentially do 2. That could work. If we're gonna go big, we might as well kind of go big. I might do this. Okay. And this is going to be, I'm just letting you know now, a heavy wreath. This is gonna be really heavy. So if anyone's looking to purchase it, you're just gonna wanna use a wreath hook, like a real wreath hook. This base is sturdy enough to hold it. A Hobby Lobby one, it might be a little too heavy for a Hobby Lobby base or a single ring base, but I would do a double ring base. Oh my gosh, there's Natalie, you're gonna love this one, because this one, I mean, talk about whimsy. Kristen has the small one, I know. Kristen has the small one. Okay, so how you're gonna wanna attach this? Zip ties. This one is much easier. You could probably glue this one. To be totally honest with you, with Gorilla Glue, you could glue the 10-inch. This one, you're gonna need a zip tie. And you wanna make sure that the leaves are pointing forward, because why else would we be paying for them? Okay, so I'm thinking something like this. Let me go ahead and get the zip tied. I was like, oh my God. And again, for the garland that we're doing, I think it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, but I have 2 lives tomorrow. So be sure to check the schedule. It's pinned to my Facebook, and I think it's still on my stories. But we're doing a garland, and I think I'm gonna want 2 of the big lemons and maybe 3 of the small. 1 odd number and 1 even number is all I know. Okay, so, and I'm gonna start with a zip tie. Candy's like, both. I know, and these are obnoxious, and obviously you could just get away with 1, but I kind of want this one pointing maybe a little that way. And again, glue's going to help. And then 1 kind of down this way, I believe. Yes. And again, I'm using those stems to my advantage, and I'm taking a zip tie and I'm making sure to loop it through several layers of deco mesh. You can wrap it around the spine if you want to. Brittany, I know. I know. Sherry, we went with a big base. So if you want to do both lemons and be over the top like me, sold $135. But personally, in my opinion, you can get something just as cool with the 10-inch lemon and sold $136, which is a 20-inch base. Of course, Sonia. She's like, would it be okay to tag you in my post when I finish my beehive wreath? Yes, I'd love to see it. And if you want, you could post it and decorate with Em and Jen, because that's where I see a lot of our items too. Okay, let me hold this right side up. I might have to move this one, because how do I? This is right side up. I might have to move these, because I think I have them on. You know what I need to do? I need to stand. Sometimes you just need to stand. And you know what? I'm glad I zip tied them, because these are easy to move. Boom. And they're fun. These are really, really fun. Now, I'll be honest with you. They're a little hard to manipulate just because they're so big. And actually, I can keep this one down. I'm just going to kind of zip tie it again down here. Chantal did a sunflower swag and a red geranium grapevine wreath. You know what? I was even wondering if we paired on top of this spindle either the strawberry, because we have a 10-inch strawberry, or even the big lemon. And I was like, the red and the yellow are kind of pretty. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's the 10-inch. That's looking good. And again, take some, I'm gonna start to glue finally. And this is just to help keep it positioned. In my opinion, if you're gonna do the 14-inch right here, you are going to need to zip tie it. Kristen, you know, for a while, I was just designing sitting because I couldn't stand. But I do prefer to stand. And I used a wreath stand the other day. It's been quite a while since I've gotten to use one. Okay, now this one I kind of want more sideways. Yes, that's the vibe I want. And do I want the leaf this way or? Yeah, I kind of want the leaf here. Okay, that's how I want my lemons. Cherry lemonade. When life gives you 14.5-inch, 8-pound paper mache lemons, you make a really obnoxious wreath with it. Or you could make a non-obnoxious 20-inch diameter version of it, and it would be beautiful. But I do love to be a little obnoxious in my designs. And you know, I'm gonna be a little careful, but I do kind of want to manipulate the leaf to be out a little bit. Okay. And I wonder, I might need 2 zip ties. One around the leaf and one around the stem. Lorraine said, I used your paper bumblebee from last year to make a great floral in a moss base. I love how it turned out. Paper bumblebees. I'm trying to remember. That's one thing I feel like I didn't do well, and I'm sorry, that's my fault. I did not get a lot of bumblebees. I literally just got those like wasp looking ones, and I kind of planned out like a kit, but I didn't end up actually getting enough. So June, next month we're doing some shopping for spring. Definitely going very heavy on the single stems for centerpieces, because I would love to do even more of like compote, really cool, beautiful floral centerpieces, but also just general themes like this. I'm gonna make sure to do more. Okay, so those are big lemons, okay? Really obnoxious and over the top, I know. That's okay though. I think let's go ahead and go in with our ribbon. So I'm not gonna do the rag bow because these with a rag bow is just like way too much. I have sold 131 and I think I'm gonna pair it with 126. And this one did sell out. This one was a part of the Pink Lemonade show and tell. So it's a black and white with a pink back, but just know that we have plenty of black and white in the shop. And actually, if you wait until Thursday's show and tell, the buffalo check 7/8 inch from the deluxe, we did restock that. So I'm just waiting for enough time between tonight and tomorrow to restock it. Thanks, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and make our bow. And I mean, this is such a massive wreath. We're probably gonna do a bow up here of some sorts. And then I love this ribbon, sold 126 for directly on top of the pink. Let's get to it. And I got my little trash pile down here. So let me know by the end of the week what you guys think of these themed weeks, because for me, I'm torn. As someone who does this for fun, I normally don't do that. I normally don't, because once I do something Pink Lemonade, normally I'd be like over it. But I'm kind of excited because we have the vase and then I have my mantle over there. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying something new. I'm gonna do a long tail and then we're gonna do like a tiny bow up here and then a big bow down there. And I think I'm gonna use all 3 ribbons. All these are 10-yard spools. Let me go back to 126. That one's still available, and then we should still, yeah, we still have the bubblegum pink. Okay. And I think this one's a really, really fun color with the yellow. And again, I want a tiny one up top. Or maybe like a, yeah, I want a tiny one. Because the lemons are the star of the show, so I really don't need anything too giant up there. I'm just gonna do a basic 2-loop bow. And like I said, I have time to film while my mom's here, so if there's any requests for YouTube videos or Substack, let me know and I'll work on that. But I would like to do another bow tutorial. Thanks, Kristen. Kristen did the most amazing. I'm so excited to share it with you. I might share it closer to Father's Day, but it's kind of getting close, so I might share it now. She did a design with the fish, and it is gorgeous. Ooh, do I want the yellow in between? Let's see. What if I put the yellow in between? Thank you, Britt. She said, I think it's fun to see you style the same items in different ways. I agree. And you know what? I do take pride in that pink cherry blossom spray and the white flowering branch. We have used that thing in 8 different designs. Seriously. Like, there are some of these sprays that I feel like we've gotten really good use out of. So, I love that. I think, let's see what the yellow looks like first. And this is how I'm gonna get my pop of yellow back in, because the yellow, it is quite bright. I love that, and she sold it super quick. Sherry's loving the ribbons, thank you. Ellie said, I got the Nutcracker attachment for Burlap and Bling. Can you do a ribbon pairing for Nutcracker one of those days? Which one, if you can let me know. Because I don't know if I have anything right now other than, like, this is the only tartan plaid that we have in stock. Ugh. This guy, and I don't have a number for it because it's not on this line, but it's this looks like a 1-inch. Correct, it's a 1-inch blue, really pretty. This one's a Reliant one, and the coil is crazy. But come Christmas time, do not worry. So July, you're gonna have plenty of Nutcracker options. I'm excited. And actually, I don't need this one to be as long. I'm gonna do short. Because I don't need to cover this beautiful 1.5 inch with this. I'm just going to, you know, do a short tail. we'll see how this looks. And if I don't like it, I'll change it. Hey Kathy, how are you doing? It is budget friendly. Now I think, okay, I don't know if the girls are still on here. Abby, if you're still on here, we should still have fish, right? I can't imagine we sold out of all the fish because I still haven't designed with it. I'm so sorry. But I need to do a Father's Day design. And I know we have some sort of like gone fishing sign. I think an 8-inch, like a tiny one. Okay. And I'm gonna do 4 loops. We're gonna see. Now, I don't think I can restock this one, unfortunately, because I would not have ordered 12. So I think what happened was they sent me what they had. No biggie. Abby said, I believe so. Oh, Kristen said, I checked first before I made it. That's okay. That is okay. I know I said we were going to do a small bow, but I know I'm being bad here. Back to the yellow. Boom. Sold 126. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to be so excited about Law's Christmas ribbons. You're going to love it. Not till July, though. I know, it's making me sad. Okay, we'll stick with that for now. Let's just see what this looks like. This wreath is going to be very giant and obnoxious. And you can pair the black and white instead. So sorry. Let me go to it for you. 104. Boom. Let's see. Nikki ordered the fish and the bobber. And you're going to make it as a surprise for your hubby. That'll be so sweet. And honestly, okay, we have tons of fish. The white fish and seed fish. Okay, good. Because I know I need to make that for Father's Day. And, okay, I thought I ordered the cattails. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just saw it at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby definitely has cattails, though. Because I didn't know what those were before Jace told me. I was like, what? Okay, so that's my bow as of right now. And I haven't really fluffed it too much, which not too big of a deal. It might be it might be really big, like too big. Let's see. And I wanted it in the corner. And you can see I went really long with the pink tails. So I'm thinking up here. And I might have to reevaluate it. This might become my bottom bow if it's too big. I know, Jessica. And I didn't think they'd be this big when I ordered online. Like, this one is a true 14.5-inch lemon. Okay? Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, you order something and it's 12 inches, right? But it's like from like tippy top to the very bottom. This one, it's huge. It's huge. Chantal said, can't wait to make Halloween and fall. I can't wait to make fall. I feel like with this copper pumpkin, it's finally like the first pumpkin that I have like in my possession that we can actually design with and do a design together. I'm gonna stand again. Cattails, nature's corn dogs. I did not know that's what they were called. That's so fun. And I am going kind of heavy on the ribbons just because we have all this beautiful greenery. But that's it. Like, it is literally like 2 lemons in a big wreath. And that is it. Okay, do I have enough for one more loop? Let's see. I don't know if I like that, but I'll hold it in place for now. I'm kind of doing like a little cascading look. And I'm also gonna raise you up. I'm gonna raise you up because I always forget when these wreaths get so massive. And let me try to do my dovetail. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna lift you up a bit. Move some stuff out of the way. I've got a much better ring light now. Sorry, I hope I didn't make you too dizzy. Nope, I need you higher. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Let's see. I'm so sorry. I've got to like balance this. How can I hold this in place? I'm gonna put ribbon in front of it. That'll help. Okay, let's go ahead and, there we go. Perfect. Much better. At least I have a new tripod that can like kind of hold its weight. Oh, that's still gonna fall forward. I'm sorry, I'm doing some troubleshooting right now. Let me hold this. I need something to hold it on the back. No. Come on, give me something heavy. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put it up against the table. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, Billy still hasn't ordered the piece-free ring light. You know what? It's hard because I finally have this amazing tripod that goes like super tall, but it's so tall that whenever I try to like lean it forward, it's literally too tall and it falls forward. Okay, that'll do for now. If it falls on me. Now we can flip this around. You can kind of see what I was doing. Okay, so I'm trying to work on this, and it might be too much ribbon. It simply might be too much ribbon, and I might have to go back and change it, but I'm going to try. And I want this behind the little leaf there. How do I think a twig vine with moss would look like? Like a branch with lemons attached. Twig vine. I guess what I'm trying to ask is it just like a branch with lemons attached? I'm trying to imagine it. I think it kind of sounds like a moss wreath, doesn't it? Like a branch with, are you asking like what it would look like on with this particular combo? I think it would work just fine. Yes, absolutely. Okay, big bow. That might be entirely too big for this design. That's okay, because you can always cut the ribbon. Okay. Giant bow. This is what it looks like right side up. I'm thinking it's too long. So I'm gonna trim it here, and we're just gonna have a short tail. And then same right here, I'm gonna trim it here. Oh my gosh, I know, Sue. What's one more head injury? Not to sell, Natalie. No, I'm just doing my mantle, and then that'll probably be it. Like it won't be a separate garland. Yeah, I'm not selling those as much just because I haven't had the bases in stock, but I would like to come back to that come Christmas time. In Christmas, I'd like to go back and do a lot more garlands in the shop for sale. Thanks, Renee. No, you're good, Julie. So my base for tonight, it's sold $135. It's just a brown 24-inch wreath. And it's the big one. So it's the one that I'm always complaining about that I think is too big. It's that one. So you could kind of go for like a 25 or 26-inch one for something similar. Okay, and I hope the green still pokes through enough. I'm gonna come back to it later. So that is the bow at the top. I'm gonna flip it and we're gonna do tails. Sonia, I don't recommend spending money on scissors at all. Like I'm good with the orange pair, a new pair. That's my only advice. Because this is just from Uline, the girls picked it up. It's a great pair of scissors, but like I don't sharpen them. That's my own personal philosophy. I'm just too lazy. So unless you're gonna probably like upkeep with scissors, I don't spend too much on them. I always just go for a new pair. And this is just me, but I'm really afraid of like cutting my finger. So I actually don't mind when it starts to get dull because I've accidentally almost cut myself with these black ones and it didn't even cut me. Oh, I carry one other type of fruit, and I don't have the number on it here, but it is available in the store. And I think this is a 10-inch strawberry. And this would have been cute here too if you wanted red ribbon instead. But we're going with pink lemonade. Okay, and then let's keep going with all of our tails. I'm gonna go back here. Sorry that was kind of all over the place. I feel like it took me a minute just to get the ring light situated. I'm doing my tails. I don't really like to measure. You guys know the deal. I prefer just to let them dangle on the bottom of the wreath. I really prefer to have it look a little bit more natural. And then you can't forget, in my opinion, anything black and white. You could do gingham. You could do the black and white stripe. I think it would work. Lorraine, that's what I'm saying. She's like, definitely hurts when you almost cut your thumb off. I prefer to have like a wimpy pair. Like these were the ones. I almost cut myself, but they're dull at this point. And as long as it can cut the wire, you're good. But again, it's all personal preference. I just don't want you to think that I'm spending a lot on these tools, because I'm not. I will take anything. No, Wendy said just got a new pair and took a big chunk out of her hand. It's painful. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. And some of these I put on the inner ring. Some of them I put on the outer ring. I'm really not too picky at this time in my life. And I also don't need them to be super even either, so I don't necessarily fold them in half. I kind of like the tails to look like this, where like one side's longer than the other. Lorraine says, I used one pair for my mesh because it seems to dull them faster. You know what? That's a good point, because mesh is really rough. So that actually makes sense that it would kind of dull it pretty quick. Very interesting. Okay, so twist this. Boom. And the good news is that whenever we do go to market in June, we can plan for more of these weeks because I have space now. So now we can have room to have all these different kind of like specials that we can do together, where we decorate the house together. And I'm especially excited for Christmas time, because I think Christmas will be a really beautiful time to do this. And then I'm doing some one loop bows. So this one, I'm just taking literally a piece of ribbon, folding it right here, and we're adding these just on top of the pink, because I want to make sure that we're not oversaturating it with pink, because you're going to see we have a lot of pink flowers. Thanks, Jenny. See you tomorrow. Did you know some items aren't showing on the app? No, I didn't. And let me know which ones. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't even realize. Is it some of the new stuff? I don't know if I posted it to the app. I'd have to go check on that. Oh, okay. You sold the long vine, a 5-yard branch garland with moss. Yes. And yes, you could definitely display lemons from that. Okay, that's what I was curious. I didn't know if you meant you were making your own, because I was a little confused. I was like, wait, I don't remember. Yes, Tammy, I do order swags, and we actually just got some 36-inch ones in for corner swags. They will be available for the next show and tell, but I might be able to get them uploaded today and tomorrow. Julie said, I noticed that the new ribbons were not there last night. Okay, I need to fix that. I don't know if Abby's still on here, because Abby knows how to do it. But it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. It's so odd. I have to go back and upload everything individually, like both on the app and both on the website. But either way, even if you're on the app, you should still be able to order, even like through show and tell, correct? Abby, can you make sure that everything between yesterday and today, can you post it to the app? Remember how I showed you how to do it that one time? It's okay if you don't remember, but. Okay. Getting a couple more tails in. A little bit more black and white. Hey, Tammy. Oh, hi, Grayson. Oh, hi, Penny. Thank you. She said, you're pushing me outside the box with ribbon choices. I mean, the truth is black and white goes with everything. It does. Okay, perfect. Abby's adding everything to the app now. I'm sorry about that. That's definitely my fault. Because I think I was uploading stuff, and then I hopped on a phone call with Jen today. These are metal. Yeah, so these are metal. This is technically like the paper mache portion, but I'm telling you, it feels like metal. So I don't know if it's a metal lemon and then they put paper on it, because they're heavy. They're heavy. So I'll leave it at that. My recommendation, as always, is that, you know, these should probably be, they should definitely be under a covered porch, and if not, just indoors would be safer. Thank you, Lorraine. She's like, you're a little busy with the fussy baby. I know, and yesterday was hard because the last few weeks have been hard just because normally we go live in the evenings, right? But Luke's been working evenings. So, of course, I am happy to be with the baby. Okay, I know where I need some black and white tails. Right here where my head is, and probably at the very top. Boom. And then we're gonna add greenery. Aw, Tanya said you made his day. He likes to fish. We got some fish, yeah. And you know what? That's my fault, because I honestly kind of forgot we had them, because I don't even know where they are. No worries, Krista. No, that's my fault. Yeah, because when I'm uploading it, I almost always like make a post to the app directly after, but like I said, I was hanging out here, I was uploading stuff to the shop, and then I called Jen and Stacy, and we were hooting and hollering about everything. Everything should pop up now, Abby said. Okay, good. They could be resin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I like them, and I would reorder them for next season if they bring them back. If they bring them back. And they did have these smaller bags of strawberries that we had in the shop, but I only ordered like, I think like 24 bags. So I would definitely get the smaller ones for next season, because I thought those were a great price. It was like $12 for the bag of, I think 6 of them. Thanks, Aliva. Julie said, I've gotten so excited about pink lemonade. I started decorating my dining room with lemon. Yay, okay, I'm excited. I'm excited, Julie. So that was my hope. My hope was, I was like, okay, because I was saying this in the beginning of the live. I was like, there's people here that just, you know, love to create and decorate for their home. And then there's people kind of like me that do like a season ahead. So we did a little bit of show and tell, like fall Halloween, and then like designing in the moment pink lemonade. Now, I personally did not check out enough items to have a complete pink lemonade display. So like the stuff I put on my mantle tomorrow is probably stuff I'm gonna reuse for a centerpiece and a couple other things. But just know that you can use these items in a multitude of different ways. I got you, Natalie. I am gonna post it in the shop right after. I'll probably wait to ship it though until the end of Pink Lemonade Week, because if we can do like a little reveal at the end, I would like to do that. But I'll let you know. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for being here. You could totally make this tropical. I mean, I feel like I just like it because it looks comical. Like truthfully, I mean, this just looks ridiculous, right? But that's what I like about it. That is what I like about it. And I'm continuing with these single loops. This one's sold 126 here. Looks like an Italian bistro. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm thinking again, because I am on this season right now. I'm rewatching season 10 of Beverly Hills. Buca di Beppo. With Dorit, right? How funny. Buca di Beppo. I forgot how much I love season 10. And you know, it's weird. I haven't watched all the seasons of Beverly Hills, but I'll rewatch some of my favorites. Do you reuse some of the attachments? I like to put them in trees first. So especially the really fancy ones. So you know, the ones that have like body parts. I like to use them in trees. Or if it was for a wreath for myself, I would not be against tying it into a grapevine and then using it as like a piece of content and then, you know, using it again later. That's normally how I use my more fancy ones. Pink flower spray would go with this because I'm using it. I'm using a variety of pinks. You know what? Let me go ahead and grab it for you because I've got 4 different sprays. But we'll see what we can fit in this design because, like I said, I mean, this is big already. But that was the point. I wanted to start off kind of with like a bang. A bang, bang, bang. Okay. Okay, and one more black and white. I know we've spent so much time on the ribbons, but trust me, we're about to go in with a ton of different greens, and the ribbons will not look so overwhelming like they are right now. Actually, I don't even know if they're overwhelming, or is it the big lemon in the middle? Am I getting more of the blue flowers? The blue linum flowers, I don't think so. Those might be out of stock. Those might be out of stock because I would have gotten a lot more. But I'll check. I'll check. Because I would like to make another Regency order. That was my first order with them. I'm very excited. I was nervous because I live from far away. So like I wasn't sure about shipping. But they have beautiful items. And you guys are gonna see a ton, like burlap and bling. They picked up the coolest, like, how do I describe it? It's a little bit of like the Ralph Lauren tree. Ooh, ribbon stuck. Let me grab that. But it's got deer. Like the deer is like the focal point. Okay, so that's my ribbon. Let's go in with some greenery. I've got a bunch of different kinds in a pile right here. Woo-wee. And yes, I've made a big old mess here. Thank you, Brett. They just posted it tonight. They've got, yes, they did. Thank you for bringing that up, Lorraine, because Burlap and Bling, they have the Luster Vickerman Velvets in. One of them is hot pink, and that hot pink would match this hot pink. And you know, you could do both. You could do the bubblegum or you could do the hot pink. I think both would work. I think both would work, just depends. So I did want to mention that too, thank you. We have poppies. Let me find these. This one. These are singles, so I want to make sure I don't mess this up here. Here we go. This one sold $130, and there's 3 different kinds. For this particular design, I'm only using dark pink and light pink. So this is dark pink, and this is light pink. There is a coral pink, and to be honest with you, the coral pink honestly kind of would have matched with the bubblegum here, but I only wanted to use these 2 just to keep it simple. But all 3, they look very, very similar, and they all match each other too. So I'm going to start with the large ones, and these are Real Touch, and they come with a bud too, and I think I'm gonna keep the bud separate, at least on that one. Nope, on this one too, on accident. I'm too lazy to steam my florals. I wouldn't steam these, because these, what is this? What's the Real Touch or Soft Touch fabric? It's not really a fabric, it almost feels like a rubber. So I wouldn't steam these. If you have the fabric hydrangeas, I would consider it. I'm too lazy. That's a me problem. It's a me problem. Okay, and then I'm going to work in some poppies. So those are the singles. And I'm gonna show you what they look like kind of right next to each other. Really pretty. And don't worry, we're gonna add in green later, but we're starting with the flowers. So big poppy, and then the little buds right here. And I'll probably add one just like under the bow, you know, just mix them in. Ooh, so tonight I think my mom and I, we're gonna watch Hail Mary. It's finally on Amazon Prime, I think. It's a space movie, but Luke really, really liked it. And I'm focusing more on 130 dark pink. 130 dark pink right here. Yes, you don't want to press the trash can, because if you press the trash can, it'll remove all the items from your cart. You're gonna want to press the subtract. You're gonna want to press the subtract. But there's still plenty of these. And I think most of what I showed tonight is still pretty high in quantity. I don't know what the movie's about. That's a great question. I don't know what it's about. I know it has Ryan Gosling. I know Luke liked it. A lot of people liked it, actually. Oh, this is pretty. This is going to look really good with all the greens. This wreath is going to take a while. I'm sorry. It's probably going to take an extra 15 minutes just to get all the sprays in. But an hour and a half live total, I don't think is too bad. Marina. I know. Wait, okay, so do you mean my trash can for trash on the floor or the trash can from ordering? I know. I can't fix my app is the issue. I'm having the biggest pain. I don't mind talking about it because I've tried to ask 18 different times. I'm having the biggest pain whenever you're on the website and you're shopping and you're looking up pink ribbon, right? It shows you all the pink ribbons. That's nice. But then the out of stock badges go away. And that's really frustrating because, of course, if you're searching for a pink ribbon and then you pull it up and it says out of stock when you don't think it's out of stock, like that's frustrating. So I've been, one, trying to remove things that are out of stock, but sometimes I don't want to remove it if I know I'm restocking it, right? So I know. And I know it's killing Lori. Poor Lori. I don't know why with Lori's side it only will save waitlisted items. It's very odd. Okay, that was three of those. And then this is a different type of poppy. This one is sold, what is this one? This is sold 120 light pink. And it's the same as the light pink in 130, but it comes with 3 and they're a bit smaller. And I guess they're a little bit flocked, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna take these and just use these to my advantage. Oh, it did it to Suzanne too. You know what, it makes me so mad. And they're all like, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. I don't think they're actually working on it. I don't think they're actually working on it. Okay. Poke that in here. And I'm focusing on flowers first because after this, we literally just have filler bushes and lemons if we decide to use after. It's working for Sherry. Okay, that's good. And again, I can't tell, like the common denominator for a lot of this, it's really frustrating because again, it's kind of random, to be honest with you, when there are issues. Okay, so that was one of sold 120. I'm gonna use at least one more of the light pink. It's starting to get warm here, guys. I was at my warehouse today and it was really only in the 90s, but it was getting pretty high up there, But it is better than our old place so far, so I do appreciate that because our old place, I don't know, it was like in concrete, so it was definitely a lot more miserable whenever it was warm, but it's getting hot, hot, hot in Central Valley. I do have a website, Christy. It's wreathsbywaldo.com. And then we also have the app, which is just Wreaths by Waldo in the App Store. Okay, those are my flowers. And I know they're not sticking far out right now because we don't have a lot of green. So let's go ahead and substitute with some green in there. These are sold out. And you know what? I don't even think I have this listed because these are sold out and not getting restocked. These are the cherry blossom branches. Yeah, I don't even have this one on here anymore. The only other one that I have is the pink sedum spray, which I'm saving for the mantle. But anything hot pink will do. And of course, a lot of you guys have picked this up because it is sold out. Anything green. And I'm gonna split it probably into 4 or 5 different pieces. Now we added this one to the flamingo wreath forever ago with the Mrs. Alice Flamingo. I wish that too, Sonia. Yeah, so if you are shopping from either the app or the website, you're gonna wanna just pick one for checkout. I know, because even if you log into your account, if you're like commenting sold from one platform, it doesn't sync very easily with the other. This is all good feedback because honestly, I could just bring it up. There's like a Facebook group. I could be like, is anyone working on this? Okay, poke this in here. Keep these a little long. It's lemon 15. Yes, the code for tonight, lemon 15. No spaces, all capital letters. Lemon 15. Okay, so that's the start of our pink. And we are gonna have more lemons in here, don't worry. But I wanna start with sprays. This is my version of Dorit's Buca de Pepo. All right, so that's some of the pinks along the bottom. We're gonna start to get more green in here slowly but surely. Let's focus one spray on the sides. Actually, I think I only have 2 of these separated for this wreath, so I might only be able to use 2. Thank you guys. And I hope you're having fun just, you know, watching along, getting some pink lemon inspo. And again, you don't have to pair it with pink. You can pair it with blue. You can even just pair it with black and white. Honestly, like the lemons paired with black and white gingham, really, really, really pretty. Now, if I could go back in time, to be totally honest with you, I wouldn't have gone with this hot pink mesh. I would have just used double tan because the hot pink on this, it's almost like a fuchsia. So it's almost, you know, not the same. And it won't matter at the end because we are gonna be stuffing it with more flowers, like the white flowering branches, so that will help. But it's much easier just to have the right mesh than it is to just cover it. Yay, Wendy got her green chinoiserie ribbon today. I love that one. And I'm telling you, it feels nicer than the blue one. So I don't know how that worked out, but I like it. Lydia loves the themed weeks. Okay, I'll get planning a different one. I thought this was a good start. I was like, we can do pink lemons because they had lemons in stock. I was like, that's easy for us to start. This guy, this is a very versatile branch. So for me, I plan on incorporating this one with the pagoda, with the garland, and honestly with the strawberry that I don't have a number for, but it is in our shop. This one would be the main branch that I use with this. This one, also a triple restock. And you can split it into a bunch of small different pieces too, which I like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, that's a branch. 7, 8, 9. 9 small pieces, which is what we're gonna need here because I need to start filling up this design with green because right now it's looking very pink. And I used this in the wall art for our Substack tutorial a couple weeks ago. Now I'm definitely gonna start pushing these closer to the inside near the lemon because I want these lemons to still stick out. So I'm gonna take some of these branches and wherever I can, a little bit of glue. A southwestern theme. Well, I love that. That would be something that I have to plan ahead the year in advance because unfortunately when it comes to that kind of decor, it's not very easy to find in stock. But when I go to market in June, I have no doubt there's gonna be stuff. I have no doubt there's gonna be lots of southwestern things for us to choose from. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I'm glad you're here and having fun. I'm having fun. And you know what? I do like to do like a massive design every once in a while. I know this one, I know I say that often. A lot of these designs have been massive. Against my will, but today it was not. I chose willingly to have a big, ooh, hot. A a big base. Okay, I'm gonna add this one here. Add some of them along the outsides. I had some giant pink butterflies, but I'm gonna save them for the mantle because at this point, I think we got too much pink. Like, we got enough. I need to start breaking it up with some lemons, to be honest with you. I would love to be there when your mom cooks. I know, right? She makes pretty good Filipino food. But this week, I think, like, I'm cooking for her tonight. Like, I think, I told her, I was like, just hang out with the baby. Especially because now he's smiling and he has a personality. He's cooing. I'm so excited. He's, like I said, that's why yesterday I felt so bad. I was like, oh, because I know he'd been feeling so good the last few days. And then, obviously, yesterday, got his shots. So, we are sold out of the Raz lemons. Let me find it for you real quick. But I have an alternate. The alternate, it's smaller, and I think you get 3 lemons. 3 lemons. This is a partial piece. This is a partial piece. Both will do, okay? I like the Raz lemons because I feel like you get longer picks and you get a big and a small lemon, so for me they look more realistic. It doesn't matter. Use any lemons you can find. Also, Hobby Lobby has lemons, so. But those are some of the different ones I used on my mantle. But for these, I'm gonna keep it easy. Trim it into 4 separate pieces. My gosh, I've made a big old mess in here. I'll tell you what, it's been a little hard working out of the dining room. Just because I'm trying to keep like my whole collection in here contained too. So that includes like all the ribbons that I use. And show and tell. And keeping that separate. Hobby Lobby had lemons today and they were 50% off. There you go. And you know what? I was thinking about it too. Like, it wouldn't be that difficult to take the big lemons that they have and find a pick. Like a spare pick from one of our sprays, right? And incorporate that. Like, stick it into the foam and then use that. Now, you might want to wrap it in a little bit of a green floral tape or just make sure it's connected to something green. Or maybe not, honestly. You could just, if you have a brown one would actually work better. And for these, I think I'm gonna poke them all downwards for the most part. Lori said, I'm doing my big patriotic event. That's right, you were asking for the Western decorations. Were you able to find any? Now, Lori, did you see, and I saw this right before I hopped on because I was looking at Burlap and Bling's ribbons that they just came out with. Did you see they have it's a star, and it looks like it's a turquoise star, like a turquoise, red, white, and blue. But it's a royal blue, but it looks like it's a piece of turquoise. Okay, so that was one of the lemon sprays. That's why I like the Raz ones, because they do split into a bunch of different pieces, but whatever lemons you can get your hands on, guys. All right, and we are about to finish right on time. I'm looking around to see if I have one, like literally just one kind of greenery bush. Because this fuchsia mesh, it's kind of messing with me a little bit. What do I have over here? This was from our live last week. I think that's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much. You know what? I'm gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna add more lemons. Okay, Lorraine saw it. Yeah, she said it says made in the US. That's what I thought. Hey, Judy. Read the rest of your comments. Oh, I'm excited. Hello, the cake lady. We did have these in my shop. These are all Raz picks. But if you go to wreathsbywaldo.com, we do have some alternate ones because I've got a 30-inch lemon spray that I think would be beautiful. And we carry the rest of these currently, minus the cherry blossom ones. Those are sold out. But yeah, we got a variety of stuff out at wreathsbywaldo.com. I do think this design probably just could have used more green or a tan mesh. That'd be my only recommendation. And it is kind of hard designing on a table once it gets this big. I do have to continually kind of turn it around and see. Ugh. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Okay, thank God for those other lemon sprays. I'm gonna use more. And we are almost done. This is how I'm getting my greens in. Okay guys, so this was a big wreath. This is the start of Pink Lemonade Week. Now, everything else that we use for Pink Lemonade Wreath Week, it might vary a little bit. Like, I might not necessarily use the black and white for the mantle tomorrow. For the mantle, we might do just the skinny yellow ribbon. Or we might just use the pink velvet. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to see. Thank you, guys. This one is going to be 3-something. Yes, because it's going to be a big one. Big one and a little heavy to ship. Because all of our wreaths, they do ship for free. But I'm going to calculate it real quick. And then I will get it uploaded to the website and to the app. So if you have the app, that is the quickest way to get a hold of a wreath. Because you're able to get the notification as soon as it comes out. Much better, much better. Okay, I just needed some greens. Use a double tan mesh. Thank you, Marin. You know what? I was a little nervous too, to be honest with you. Like I had a vision, but you know, sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way you think it will. No, I want this lower. I need this here. Yeah. Thank you, Suzanne. Thanks, Abby and Alicia. Thanks for joining me at Pink Lemonade Week. So I'm excited. So tomorrow's gonna be the mantle and then a centerpiece, right? And then I think Thursday we're doing some bows, which I need to make sure I have enough ribbon because we used a ton of ribbon on this. Oh my gosh. No biggie. And then, because we can do anything lemonade. Okay, just gonna add this one here and then we'll be done. Crazy, crazy, crazy big wreath. Like I said, very easy to downsize this piece. I'm gonna lower you now because now we don't have to be so crazy tall. Boop. Okay. There's a couple different ways you can actually save on this piece. And one would be to downsize on the wreath. So do a 20-inch wreath. And then you only need the 10-inch lemon. That's the easiest solution. The second one would actually be to use these hydrangeas, which I don't think I have listed on this live, but they are relisted in the shop. And these take up a lot of space. The reason why I didn't go with them is because I didn't feel that they matched the poppies. Like the poppies, they were warmer. And this is a little bit of like a cooler tone. But obviously it still looks super pretty. And I'm actually planning on using more of these for the mantle anyways. So that would have been another way to save. And then, of course, you know, you probably only need 2 out of the 3 ribbons, in my opinion. Something black and white. I would go with the yellow velvet. I think that one was a good one. Or you could add pops of fuchsia. Absolutely. You could add pops of fuchsia in your own way. And that's my big old wreath. It is heavy. That's the back side. So you can see, we took a 24-inch wreath, and it's already big. Then we squished it, so it got longer. We zip tied those lemons in there. Okay, you're gonna wanna zip tie them. And that, I think with the pops of black and white, worked out pretty beautifully. The only thing I'm gonna do once this live is over is I need a little bit more black and white on top, right here, like just 1 loop. So I'm gonna do that after, and then I'll get this uploaded to the store, and then this one will be first come, first serve. But I checked out a bunch of lemons for myself. So I do plan on doing a blue one, listing that one to the shop, and maybe even just black and white, so. I know, right? Thanks, Trina. Thank you guys so much for watching. So tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central, we're doing the garland with the big lemon, so I'm excited for that. We're gonna get a big impact piece. And then we're gonna do the centerpiece, which is gonna be with the vase. and that will be at our regular time, 8 p.m. Central. And anytime between that, I might be able to get the rest of our teardrop swags and deluxe ribbons uploaded. I'm gonna try. But if not, we're gonna do another show and tell Thursday along with bow making night. So thank you everyone for joining. We kept it to an hour and a half. I feel pretty good about that. Big old wreath, very versatile. You can pair it with a bunch of different colors if you choose. And I can't wait to see your guys' designs for those that decided to also do a little bit of pink lemonade decorating. So thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Again, tomorrow it'll be a bit earlier for our first tutorial. And I hope you have a great rest of your night.